The advice to follow your passion has become a dominant mantra in career counseling. It is simple, inspiring, and feels deeply right. We are told to first identify our pre-existing passion and then match it to a job. If we can find this perfect alignment, we are promised a life of fulfillment and happiness. However, this popular piece of wisdom is not only misleading, but often damaging. For the vast majority of people, it simply does not work. The reality is that most individuals do not have a clear, pre-existing passion waiting to be discovered. This creates immense anxiety and a sense of inadequacy when they cannot pinpoint that one singular calling that is supposed to define their professional lives. This passion mindset encourages a constant state of questioning and dissatisfaction. When work inevitably becomes difficult, challenging, or tedious, the immediate conclusion is that the job must not be the right fit. It must not be our true passion. This leads people to jump from job to job, perpetually searching for that elusive, perfect role where every day is blissful and effortless. This endless search is a recipe for chronic unhappiness and professional stagnation. It frames work as a source of immediate gratification, rather than a domain where satisfaction is earned through dedication and effort over time. The fundamental premise of the passion hypothesis is flawed, because it assumes we bring passion to a job rather than cultivate it through our actions. Consider the evidence from extensive research on workplace satisfaction. Studies consistently show that the strongest predictors of job satisfaction are not related to matching a job to a pre-existing passion. Instead, factors like a sense of autonomy, mastery over your skills, and positive relationships with colleagues are far more important. People who end up loving their work often do so in fields they never would have predicted. They did not start with a burning passion for, say, software engineering or renewable energy finance. Their passion developed slowly, as a side effect of becoming exceptionally good at what they do and gaining respect and control within their field. This shows us that passion is a result of a well-lived professional life, not its prerequisite. The danger of the passion mindset is that it gives you a terrible foundation for navigating the realities of the working world. It sets an impossibly high bar for what a job should provide from day one. When that bar is not met, the only recourse is to quit and start the search all over again. This cycle prevents the very thing that actually leads to a compelling career, the patient and deliberate acquisition of valuable skills. Instead of asking what the world can offer you in the form of a perfect, passion-filled job, a more productive question is what you can offer the world. The answer to that question lies not in finding your passion, but in building your skills. A more effective and realistic approach to building a career you love is what I call the craftsman mindset. This mindset shifts the focus away from what your job offers you, and toward what you can offer the world. It is about seeing your work as a craft that requires dedication, practice, and a commitment to quality. A craftsman is not concerned with whether their work is their one true calling. Instead, they are obsessed with becoming better, honing their abilities, and producing high-quality output. They derive their satisfaction from the process of improvement and the value they create. This approach is grounded in reality and provides a clear, actionable path forward in any field. Let's compare the two mindsets with a simple example. Imagine two recent graduates starting as junior graphic designers. The first, operating with the passion mindset, quickly becomes disillusioned. The tasks are mundane, involving minor edits and formatting, not the grand creative projects she envisioned. She concludes that graphic design is not her passion after all and starts looking for a new career. The second graduate, adopting the craftsman mindset, sees these same mundane tasks as an opportunity to master the fundamental tools of her trade. She focuses on becoming incredibly fast and precise with the software, learning the principles of typography, and delivering excellent work, no matter how small the assignment. The craftsman mindset is empowering because it puts you in control. You are no longer waiting for the world to present you with a perfect job. Instead, you are actively creating the conditions for a great career by making yourself valuable. This mindset encourages you to embrace challenges and view difficulties not as signs that you are on the wrong path, but as opportunities to stretch your abilities and grow. A craftsman understands that satisfaction comes from mastery. The feeling of competence and the respect that comes from being good at what you do are powerful and sustainable sources of motivation, far more so than the fleeting excitement of a new and passionate endeavor. This approach is applicable to any job, from coding and marketing to carpentry and teaching. It requires you to put your head down and do the hard work of getting good. it is a humble and patient strategy. You accept that you must start at the beginning, learning the basics and paying your dues. The craftsman mindset reframes your professional life as a long-term project of skill acquisition. By relentlessly focusing on becoming so good they can't ignore you, you transform your work, regardless of its initial appeal, into a source of deep and lasting fulfillment. The craftsman mindset is the engine for producing something of immense value: career capital. Think of career capital as the rare and valuable skills you acquire and hone over time. Just like financial capital, career capital can be invested to purchase desirable traits in your professional life, such as greater autonomy, more interesting projects, and a sense of mission. It is the currency you use to shape your career into one that you love. Without a significant store of career capital, you have little leverage. You are forced to accept the conditions offered to you. With it, you gain the power to make demands and direct your own path. The key to building career capital is to focus on skills that are both rare and valuable in your field. A skill is valuable if people are willing to pay for it, or if it is crucial to an organization's success. A skill is rare if not many people possess it. The combination of these two qualities is what makes your abilities potent. For example, being able to use a common word processing program is valuable, but it is not rare, so it does not confer much career capital. However, being one of the few people in your company who can expertly manage a complex new data analytics platform is both valuable and rare, giving you significant leverage. Acquiring these skills is not a passive process. It requires what psychologists call deliberate practice. This is not the same as simply putting in your hours. Deliberate practice involves pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, seeking constant and honest feedback, and focusing intensely on improving specific aspects of your performance. A programmer might practice by tackling coding challenges that are just beyond her current ability, or a writer might get feedback from a ruthless editor to improve his clarity. This type of focused effort is hard and often uncomfortable, but it is the fastest and most effective way to build career capital. Once you have accumulated a solid base of career capital, you can begin to invest it. You might use it to negotiate for a more flexible work schedule, giving you more autonomy over your time. You could leverage it to transition onto a high-impact project that aligns with your developing interests, giving you a greater sense of purpose. Or you might use it to launch your own business, achieving the ultimate form of control over your work. The passion mindset tells you to find a job with these traits from the start. The craftsman mindset shows you how to earn them by first becoming exceptional. The ultimate reward for adopting the craftsman mindset and accumulating career capital is the emergence of a deep, authentic passion for your work. This is the great paradox of career development. Passion does not lead to mastery. Mastery leads to passion. As you become exceptionally skilled in your field, three crucial elements of a fulfilling career begin to appear: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. These are well-documented psychological needs that, when met, create profound job satisfaction. The craftsman's path is the most reliable way to secure them for yourself. Autonomy is the feeling that you have control over your day and your actions. It is a direct result of being so good that you are trusted to manage yourself. Competence is the feeling that you are good at what you do. This is the very core of the craftsman mindset. The daily satisfaction that comes from executing your work with skill and confidence is a powerful motivator. When you can solve hard problems and produce high-quality results, you gain a sense of pride and accomplishment that a novice can never experience. This feeling of mastery is addictive. It creates a positive feedback loop. The better you get, the more you enjoy the work, which in turn motivates you to get even better. This is how a job transforms into a craft, and a craft transforms into a calling. Finally, as your skills make you more valuable, you gain more say in your professional life, which often leads to a greater sense of mission or purpose. With career capital, you can steer your work toward outcomes that you find meaningful. A skilled marketer might choose to apply her talents to a nonprofit she believes in. An experienced software developer might create an application that solves a problem she cares deeply about. This sense of impact, of contributing something valuable to the world, is the final piece of the puzzle. It is earned through excellence, not found through searching. Passion is the feeling of purpose that arises when you are using your hard-won skills to make a difference. Therefore, the most practical advice for building a career you love is to stop trying to answer the big paralyzing question, what is my true passion? Instead, focus on a smaller, more actionable one. How can I become incredibly good at what I do right now? Pick a valuable skill and dedicate yourself to mastering it through deliberate practice. Put in the hard work. Build your career capital, brick by brick. By focusing on becoming excellent, you will not just find a job you can tolerate, you will build a career that is rich with autonomy, mastery, and a purpose so deep that you will have no choice but to call it a passion.